I'm Kate Jewell, and this is Comic Smack, your weekly, daily, all-the-time, anytime comic book show where I give you your fix of everything you need to know from the world of comic books and superheroes. And on today's show, we're taking a closer look at Captain America Steve Rogers issue number 19. Is Steve beginning to lose control of the Hydra New World Order? What does that mean for him and everyone else? Well, let's hop on in together and find out, shall we? So, as we join the comic, it's probably important to note that this issue takes place after the events of Secret Empire number 7, so if you haven't checked that out, please do. I have a handy-dandy playlist ready for you right here. Cap is still coming to terms with almost getting killed by Miles Morales' Spider-Man. He's also coming to terms with the fact that he murdered Black Widow. In fact, it would seem anyone who was ever close to him, was ever his friend, is either dead, missing, or trying to kill him. This also includes Elsa St. Clair, who seemingly perished in the explosion at the Mount back in Secret Empire number 6. She was his mother figure, the one who groomed him for Hydra greatness, and someone who was also a creation of the Kobit Cube. She had tried to prepare Steve for a time in which he would have to go it alone for the glory of Hydra, but now he's just not sure anymore if it's worth it. Steve looks to find a sympathetic ear in Thor Odin's son, but he's too busy drinking the Hydra High Command dry. He's absolutely sloshed, and considering how hard it is to get an Asgardian drunk, he may very well have drank all the booze in Christendom. Now, wouldn't you know it, Odinson's a pretty nasty drunk, too. Oh, would you look here, it's our glorious leader, Steve Rogers. You know, me and my buddy Steve used to drink together all the time, be it because of a victory with the Avengers, or just because it was Thursday, you know, the day that's named after me, Thor. Actually, speaking of Thor's Day, that's actually pretty important for the conversation these two are having. You see, Thor demands to be called Odinson during the conversation. Steve's not having any of it, though. Odinson says there was a Thor, but Steve stole her away from him and that he desperately wants her back. Feeling threatened, Cap goes into full-on bully mode right now, saying that if Odinson wanted the hammer, wanted to save Jane, he would have done it by now. But that he's too much of a weak coward to even try and see if he's worthy to lift the hammer again. Steve's also sure to throw in a couple threatening barbs towards Odinson as well, knowing full well it was him who allowed the rest of the heroes to escape the Mount explosion. Shocker, this conversation with Odinson doesn't make Steve feel any better. He's got to get ready for his next big press conference declaring war on somebody, we don't know who. But in a bit of visual storytelling, we see him kind of debate back and forth about whether he wants to wear his Captain America costume or if he wants to wear his Hydra Supreme Commander suit, and it does look like he actually thinks about it for a long time, even considering maybe just taking the shield with him. This visual storytelling continues when Steve attempts to talk it out with Sharon Carter, who, wouldn't you know it, has been locked away in the same cell Rick Jones was locked away in before his execution. He hits all the same talking points that he's hit before, that he's trying to make the world a better place, that the world needs a guiding, firm, strong hand that only Hydra can provide. Sharon, true firecracker that she is, says that if Steve truly believes that now, then he's crossed a line and is now really no different than the Red Skull, believing somehow that might makes right and that he is the moral authority on everything. This ends up being the final straw for Steve, deciding that, hey, if everyone views me as a villain anyway, and if there is no turning back, then I might as well commit to this Hydra thing 110%, leaving his suit behind. He also swears to redouble his efforts to gather the Cosmic Cube shards, which seem to be MIA at the moment, restore Elsa and everyone else who has died up until this point to help recreate his perfect Hydra world as the comic begins to wind down. So that was Captain America Steve Rogers issue number 19, everyone, and like most of the Cap books during this Secret Empire cycle, I wouldn't say they are necessary for understanding the greater story, but they definitely carry a lot of good info in them. It also serves as a nice little companion piece to the events of Secret Empire number 7. Evil Cap as a character had, you know, really developed a lot in the early days of the Steve Rogers book, but his development kind of stopped for a little bit when the event actually got rolling because they needed a strong antagonist to challenge all the heroes. This week, we've kind of seen his character evolve a little bit more. Again, I mentioned visual storytelling. A big chunk of this book is just Steve wondering what clothes he's going to wear because, hey, let's face it, the clothes make the man, am I right? And in the the end, he decides to make war not dressed as Captain America, but dressed as the Hydra Supreme Leader. In a way signifying that after actually killing a friend, he truly is Captain America no more. He doesn't even see himself as that anymore. Again, good stuff if you're interested in supplemental information and seeing characters develop outside of the main book. I would feel comfortable giving this one a 7 out of 10. So there's another Taste of Cap for the week, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it, and as always, why not check out some of these other videos I've been working on. Then you can follow me on social media at Cape Joel. And if you're feeling in a supportive mood, why not become a patron? Patrons get exclusive videos and content before anyone else, and they can do so for as little as $1. So until next time, everyone, I've been Cape Joel. Thanks for watching.